Well, hello friends and welcome to Tennessee. I'm MD Creek Moore, and today I'm going to be showing you several improvised early warning systems you can make from old tin cans or old aluminum cans and some string. Coming right up. Okay, before we get started and before I show you the actual improvised early warning devices, I should say that at your home, at your main retreat area, you should have better early warning devices than these put in place. You should actually have early warning devices at your home retreat outside the home to alert you to anyone even getting close to your home. But these alarms that I'm going to show you today are easy to put together using some old string and some old cans, easy to find just about anywhere. The main reason you'd want to know how to make these is, say for instance, your main retreat or home were to burn down and you have to go somewhere else. You have to be like a refugee and you have to stay in abandoned buildings and such, especially in urban environments. Or say your home is going to be a target of armed looters, and you know that if you stay at your home or retreat and try to defend your home or retreat against these armed intruders, that you're going to die. If someone wants your things, more than likely, if there's enough of them and they're highly armed, they will take it and you'll die in the process. Sure, you could take some of those people out, but the sad fact is, they'll probably take you out too. So sometimes, if you know you're going to lose, it's best to leave. Or best to leave and regroup and come back and take your retreat back from the aggressors. Another reason you might want to know how to make these improvised alarms is, say you need to get from point A to point B. Say you need to go to your main retreat area and you need to rescue, say, your aging mother or father, or you need to go get someone else, you know, or you have to go out to get supplies when your supplies run low, and you have to stay in, say, abandoned homes, abandoned buildings and such. You need to know how to make those areas more secure using some things you can find easily around that area. Old metal soup cans, old metal aluminum pop cans and such. In most cases, if possible, it's more likely to be safest to stay in secure hidden locations in the forest. And you'll need a launch for that too, and I'll go over those in another video. But sometimes, like if you're in an urban environment, you might not have that luxury to stay in the forested areas. I mean, everywhere, if it's a major collapse and it's a world without rule of law, then anywhere you stay is going to be dangerous. But staying in the forest and the hidden areas is probably safer than trying to stay in abandoned homes and abandoned buildings. People will seek out abandoned homes to be staying in. They'll seek out abandoned homes to try to forage for supply and gears in those homes. And if you're there, you could become a target, and it could escalate very quickly into a firefight. So having early warning systems in place, if you have to stay in these homes, is a good idea to give you more time to react. It's also a good idea when you choose a room to stay in. If you're having to stay in one of these abandoned homes or abandoned buildings, it's also a good idea to stay in a room farthest from the entrance points. That way you have more time to react when someone comes to the door or the window and triggers your alarms. Another thing to keep in mind is that it's best to avoid basements and second story rooms inside of buildings and homes, because in the basement usually there's only one way out. You may have some windows up high, but these windows are small and they're up high and they're hard to get to. In case you need to escape, it's going to be, if someone's coming in the door, you're going to have to go through those people to escape. Same thing if you're up on a second or third or fourth floor. If someone's coming in, while this may give you more time to wake up and get ready for whoever's coming in, being up high, if you have to retreat, then you have no other choice usually but to go out the window or to go down the hallway through the threat. So it's best to stay on the ground floor in a room that's farthest from the main entrance points to give you more time to react. So your alarm goes off and so your alarm is tripped and you're awakened from a deep sleep, you'll have only seconds to react and get ready for what's coming. If you're in the main living room and they come to the door and your alarm is tripped, then you're right there. You have no time to react. Okay, with that said, I'll take this camera off the tripod and I'll take you and show you several of these early warning devices that I've set up and show you how those are put together. Okay, the first alert that I'm going to show you is a doorway alert. This can work with This can work with doorways that have no door. This one has a door, as you can see. Or it can work with doorways that actually have a door. But if you have a door, then it's best to keep that shut and locked. The trap will still work even with the doorway, because if it opens outward, the person has to open the door and then come across the alarm and trip the tripwire. Or if there's no door on the doorway, then the person has to come through the doorway and trip the tripwire and set off the alarm. So either way it will work with or without a door. But anyways, I don't know if you can see this line or not. I put this line here. It's best to use like a fishing line or a dental floss. But I use this line. Hopefully it's easier to see. You can see right there. I actually have another light over here too to help be able to see this better. And I'll step on the other side here and show you how this is put together. Okay, as you can see, I have the tin cans in the corner with a forked stick here. I have 2 aluminum pop cans and 1 tin soup can. As you can see, you just have a forked stick, and the line just goes across the top of the forked stick here and hangs down with the cans tied at the various points. And this is leaned on the inside of the door frame like so, okay? And the line is about 1.5 feet high across the floor and secured on the other side by a screw or a nail, or can also be tied to like a box or something like that. As you can see, it's really simple to set up. The stick is the same height as you want the line to be, which is about 1.5 feet. But anyway, I'll step back out here and I'll step through and set this off and show what kind of racket this thing makes. The intruder's coming through and it's dark. He comes through and you can see it's actually tangled around my legs. Plenty enough to wake someone up at night. Okay, here's a different type of alarm or early warning device using the same pop cans. As you can see, this is hanging from the top of the door frame. You can see it's simply a small stick lodged into the top of the door frame between the door and the door frame with the string tied to the end holding the cans up. When someone opens the doorway, the purpose of this isn't to hit the cans with the door. The purpose is to dislodge the stick, allowing the cans to fall down and hit the ground. Okay, let's say I'm coming from the outside, inside. So I'll open this door from the inside, you hear kind of how it sounds. But say an intruder is coming from the outside and he's opening the door, or he's kicking the door down, which you hear that anyway, the door is being kicked down. But say this is best for doors without locks, but even with the lock, someone might be able to pick the lock and get in. So it's best to use the lock and the door plus an alarm of some sort to let you know when someone's coming in. But like I said, you could pick the lock or be really stealthy getting in, and you might not hear them come in the door. But if these cans hanging from the doorway, when someone opens the door, here's what you'll hear. So they're coming in, you open the door, and that would wake just about anyone. And you can use the exact same trigger to rig up an early warning device for windows. I'm using the same stick and the same cans for this window. Simply lodge the stick under the window and close, just like you did with the door. And make sure the lock is locked also. But some windows might not have a lock on them, or like I said, someone might be able to get past the lock and get through anyways. But I always use doors and window locks and door locks if possible. But also, it's a good idea to have some early warning devices like this in place. I'll let this window unlocked right now to demonstrate. But as you can see, it's the same principle. It's really simple. You just lodge a little stick or whatever you have that will hold these cans up tied to a string under your door frame. When someone tries to sneak in and they open the window, the cans will fall down and alert you to someone coming in. Really simple, really easy, and pretty effective. Okay, there you have it. Several simple and easy improvised alarms using old tin cans, a little stick, and a piece of string. If you like my videos, please subscribe, click the bell notification icon so you're notified each time that I upload a new video. Also, check in the description box below for a link where you can download my free ebook and food storage printables. Thanks for watching.